In Retrospress, it was all a dream.
It's getting to a stage where I've got so much footage I could literally make a docu-series just about my attempts to create content. And that's when it hit me. Maybe I should. Not some polished masterpiece, just the journey, as raw and unfiltered as it is. My content creation journey really began around 2016. I was inspired by creators like Fun for Louis, Vice Documentaries, and the Breakfast Club interviews. Snapchat was also blowing up around the same time. I started making 1-minute videos, voiceovers, snippets of my day, and things happening at work. I was hanging out with a colleague and a close friend, Tahir, my #1 supporter from day one. He pushed me constantly to create something. He once said my work reminded him of Casey Neistat. I didn't even know who that guy was at the time. So I looked Casey up and I was impressed. I took some mental notes, but the 1-minute video phase was really short-lived and life took over again. 2018 and 2019 was the vlogging era for me. That creative spark returned. I picked up the camera again, started documenting my life. But something felt off. The more I tried to showcase my lifestyle, the more I realized I don't even like showed off.
You're missing all of this, man.
Life moved on again. Meanwhile, I kept in touch with Scotty, an old friend of mine. We used to joke about doing comedy skits, accents, and we had some wild ideas.
Maybe sometime in the future we have some in it, bro.
2020 happened, lockdown, isolation, and for me, discovery. That's when I got into podcasts, AB Talks, and hotboxing with Mike Tyson. They felt like hours of real, raw, honest conversations. That's the kind of content I wanted to make. So I started trying 7-minute uncut monologues. Just me talking to the camera, practicing presence. But even that started to feel unnatural and forced. Like I was trying too hard again. Maybe I just wasn't ready.
Sometimes a luxury not everyone can afford. The mornings are not for everyone.
At one point, I thought I had it. I launched Bagsy, a platform I treated like a creative record label. I wasn't the main act, more like the director of the vibe. But time took its time again, and eventually I softened, became more brotherly. Soon enough, people were calling me Brotherman. So I called the podcast Brotherman. It felt right.
This is episode number 4 of the Brother Men. Okay, episode 3. One probably got binged.
Scotty and I had been spending a lot of time together in 2020 and 2021, and I hope he would jump on the Brotherman project with me. But he didn't support the idea. That hurt, but I kept going, shot a few episodes, and a lot of what he said started to make sense. I is known to move fast, too fast to depend on anyone else's schedule. So I paused everything again and I pivoted, started crafting short stories, solo pieces, stuff I could shoot and edit myself. And all that old footage from old days finally had a purpose, and that felt good. But even that had a ceiling. You can only tell so many stories with the same cast of friends. But still, one thing always leads to another. And that brings us here. A long format version of everything I've been circling around. Not the podcast I imagined, not the stage I expected, but maybe this is exactly where I was meant to land.
Retrospress. Welcome to the first ever episode of your one and only Scotty.
Today I'm a husband, a father, more grounded, more reflective, and more aware of time and of God.
I have submitted my will to God, and God wills for this moment to go exactly how it's going, then I want this moment to go exactly how it's going, and I am free. God's made the decision for me, and I've made the decision to have God make the decision for me. What a beautiful life.
And here we are now. I'm in a different environment, and I have a close group of friends who are very supportive and are willing to collaborate with me and create something that's different. And I have others, friends I admire, who whose stories I look forward to telling in upcoming episodes.
I'd say you don't have to start and then get frustrated with it,
Yeah,
because nothing is easy when you start.
yeah.
But once
Practice
you,
until you
yes,
get it right.
once you get there, then خلاص, that's it.
Starting a podcast isn't easy, but meaningful things rarely are. Our Creator says in the Quran, "We have certainly created man in hardship, and hardship it is, but a beautiful one if you are aware. Every emotion, fear, anxiety, frustration, is just a button being pressed to see how you respond. And the real audience is not the algorithm, it's God. The one who provides when you ask and even when you forget to."
Glory be to the Most High. Every time I fell apart, I made my way up.
So this isn't the podcast. Not yet. It's a journey to one. Will it become something? Maybe, or maybe not.
But I've gotta tug it out like the chant Mama raised.
But for now, I'm doing what feels right. And the rest, that's in the hands of the one who writes everything. The intention is mine. The outcome is not. This is us on our journey to become 1 million strong, sharing the good and the bad for you to take notes, learn from our mistakes, and celebrate our wins with us. And hopefully take some inspiration for yourself as well. There's only one Retrospress, so it's easy to find and follow us.